It's summer here, and I really love starting the morning off with a little dip in my largest pond. It's not a huge pond, but it's big enough to have a nice little cool off and check out some native Australian fish while you do it. But is it safe to swim in a pond? Will I get sick? Judging by what I see on social media, it seems to be a controversial subject. I'm not a doctor or a biologist or even a pond professional. I'm just someone who loves ponds and wants to help people build and maintain them without spending a fortune. My name is Kev, and that's the aim of my channel. So if that sounds like something that interests you, you might like to subscribe or visit my website, ozponds.com, for other useful resources. Because every pond is different, I thought I might speak about this pond and why I feel safe to have a dip in it. I guess the first reason is that ever since I was a little fella, I've been swimming in natural bodies of water, the ocean, rivers, lakes, and man-made dams. I've always been a bit cautious, and I won't go in if something doesn't look or smell right. I won't swim in bodies of water with lots of surface scum or algae. Nature is quite remarkable. It tends to like balance and harmony. In all the bodies of water I've swum in, there's been times when I wouldn't go in because there was a funny smell or the scum on the water. But it wouldn't take long for the water to return to its natural state. So in this pond, I've borrowed from nature some of those natural processes to help maintain the balance in the water to keep it clean, clear, and healthy. The pond has two large bog filters that basically replicate the way water is purified in nature. Basically, it's moving water through substrates and plants. The majority of my channel is dedicated to how to build these sorts of filters yourself so that you can save a heap of money. There's no need to buy expensive filters when nature already provides the blueprint. Plus, these look nicer. There's also a long stream that also provides additional filtration and oxygen for the water. And there's even some subsurface aeration provided by an air pump. I also have an intake area where all the water and surface debris is pulled to. This really lets you see how much scum is on the surface, and it allows you an easy way to remove large organic materials before they break down inside the pond. I also don't keep huge amounts of fish in here. The pond is also constructed in a way that no real runoff from the surrounding areas enters the pond. Runoff during rain events can easily become contaminated with all sorts of horrible things like raw sewage, pesticides, and dead animals. This is all the sorts of stuff that causes problems, even in large natural bodies of water. Therefore, it's really important to keep it out of these smaller bodies of water. Another source of nasty contaminants is animal poo. Ducks and other water birds carry certain nasties that we don't want. Me and the dog actively discourage water birds from visiting the pond, with mixed success. But for the most part, with the large filtration capacity, I feel pretty safe that the good bacteria and microbes will outcompete the bad ones. And of course, this is just my personal reasoning. I don't expect it to stack up for everyone or every pond. You need to do what makes you feel safe. There's chemicals and sterilizers you can use to kill off all the bad stuff, but it can also have impacts on the good stuff. You can also have the water tested to see if it's safe. I love the natural water. It feels so soft on my skin, and it feels so much better than swimming in a chlorinated pool. These types of ponds are pretty low maintenance, but they will build up sediments over time. So after you've been frolicking around in the pond, quite a bit of material floats around in the water column. Depending on the circulation, it doesn't take long for it to settle back to the bottom or get pulled into the filters. I also love how these ponds change throughout the year. Even in winter, I think it looks good. So another thing to think about if you plan on swimming in the pond is the electrical and fencing. Everything varies from state to state, council to council, and country to country, even year to year. I think it prudent that you email the appropriate authority where you live and find out exactly what's required. While I was building this pond, I put together a playlist, so if you're interested, I'll link that down in the description. Anyway, thanks for watching. See ya.